Hey, good morning, everyone. It is a little after 11 o'clock here, Arizona time. It is Thursday, July 2nd, and I have not been on here I would say, I haven't been on here in about 34 days since I've loaded something on here. It's been a long time, and it's been longer since I've actually done anything live. I just have not been feeling it, and the way that things have been going on in the world, all this craziness and everything, it's just, I became to where my heart just became too heavy. And then, when I get that way, then I have to, pivot my thoughts and my feelings into doing something physically creative, whether it be, creating another product from my business line, Quiet Voice Speaking Mind, or creating newer things, which I have something in the making right now. I can't really talk about it because I don't want to put too much out there in the elements, but I'm excited about it. So far, the feedback has been positive, and so I think the concept behind what I'm doing, it's something so common, but my concept behind it, it's pretty cool, So I'm pretty happy, and I'm thankful for, being blessed with, the gift of ideas and everything, and thinking in an innovative way and creative way. So anyway, so with that being said, I'm going to get down to business. So I stand here today. I'm in the room by myself, just walking around, because I feel more comfortable walking around talking sometimes. And I just been thinking, just shaking my head, at everything going on, because it's just, there's no word. It's no word. And it's something every day that has been going on every single day since all of this stuff has happened. It's just so much. It's too much. So I was at the point, and I've been at the point of tired of being quiet and tired of being worried about what people would think about how I was really feeling and thinking about all of this going on. And I said, you know what? That's why I have my YouTube channel, because that's for me to express on my channel and the way I want to, and go in whatever direction that I need to go with my words. So lately, for the past, I won't say lately, but for the past couple of years, it's almost like people feel like we have to think the same, we have to operate the same, we have to be wired the same, we have to talk the same, walk the same, or whatever, When did we stop being individual? When did we lose our individuality? I'm asking that. When did that happen? Because it's like, if we can't even agree to disagree anymore, I mean, that went to hell as far as I'm concerned, because everybody wants you to do the same as them. And if you don't do the same or move the same or walk the same or talk the same as them, then you are not a cool person. You're not a part of the world. You're not attributing to the world because you are different. You think differently, which, if I'm not mistaken, none of us, I won't say none of us, but it's rare in the world where, kids are joined at the hip or joined at the head with the brain connected. But it is common that twins are born, okay? So even twins coming into the world, even they are different. Even they think differently. They may look the same biologically, but they think differently. They are their own individual person. They have their own mind, their own thoughts, their own opinions. They do their own thing, okay? But even so, that's twins. But when we are born as individuals, when we are born, whether it be through C-section or vaginal birth, however, and it's just one of us coming into the world, that is the day that we have become an individual being. a human being, one. Not human beings, but being. And so I don't understand where people are coming from when they want you got to be like them, you know. And so the way that I was raised, I talk about this a lot because even though my mom and I, we might have had our differences, I still remember what I was taught. I never went away from that. Even to this day, I think about, and my mom is not here on earth, but I think about every single day. I think about everything that she taught us, everything that she taught me, everything. And she did not play that peer pressure or, following the crowd and things like that. My mom didn't play that, okay? Back in the day, they didn't, families, black folks, especially my culture, we didn't play that. Like, no peer pressure, because you don't need to feel like that you need to follow, you be the leader. And so I don't know when we went away from that, because we're far away from that. I'm just being honest. And so we're just living in a world where everybody needs to be, cut the same, like a cookie cutter, the same. If I do a gingerbread, you got to do a gingerbread. If I do a star, you got to do a star. What the hell, So, my thought process is the way Shannon thinks. I'm not saying you got to think the way I think, but this is how I think. This is how I process stuff when I'm quiet, is that I don't believe in following trends. I believe in creating trends. I don't believe in jumping on bandwagons. I believe in building a bandwagon. That's the way I think. So, I'm thankful that I think that way and that I haven't lost my individuality against the world, So I've just been so full, like I said, and in my gut. And the only way I can describe it is and it's not a pretty way that I'm putting it, but it's real, is when you feel like you have to throw up or vomit. And you get that churning in your stomach. But you're in a place where it's like you can't release it because there's no place to release it, right? And so that's how I've been feeling the past couple months. Like, I've been really just internalizing shit just to appease others. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Not doing it. So this morning, like I said, it's been about 34 days since I've been on here. And I said, I just, I always wake up with thoughts. But sometimes, my thoughts they run really deep and dark and crazy. And so this is one that came to me this morning, off the top of my head, like always. And once it starts flowing, then my mind starts going. Okay. So you guys may not like this. You might not agree with what I have to read or what my thought process is or what I say in my poem. But I'm going to put it out there. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it honest. And that is all I know how to do. I cannot be fake. I have to be who I was created to be, And we are all born with our own set of fingerprints, our own DNA. We are born with our own everything, No two people are alike unless they are biological twins. And so this poem that I'm going to read, I was just really, I had to get it out. So this is how it came out. I hope you guys have a good, make what's best of the 4th of July weekend, considering the circumstances that we're living under right now. But don't let it stop you from having fun with, in a safe way, the way you feel is safe or whatever. I don't bother people. Like I said, I always say on Facebook, I mind my own damn business, because I feel like what you do inside of your four walls, what you do in life is not my business. My business is minding my business and creating businesses. And so that's where my mind takes me, I don't believe in being in other people's business. It's never been appealing to me. I don't care what you do, you know. As long as you respect me, that's cool, you know. And if you don't feel like you can respect me, then we can part away or whatever, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you guys, and you guys have a good rest of the week and enjoy your day. My inner voice has risen from hibernation. Think about how all of this has played out. They got us just where they want us. Going places with shackles on our damn faces instead of our feet. Because it's the right thing to do, so they say. I, myself, will abide when necessary by all means. I'm not that stubborn. But I damn sure refuse to accept the madness and mayhem going on all around me. You know why? Because I am me, and I beat to my own drum, and I dance to my own rhythm. And I always have, and I always will. I speak my mind, I have a voice. It's not an option. It is simply my God-given choice. Free will still exists, is bona fide, and is indeed real.